Subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.
There are things we go through in life that have molded us into the people that we are today. Some of those experiences were positive, while others were negative and traumatic. Today, I'll be talking about some of the experiences I faced growing up. Let's start with the traumatic ones in this episode. It's going to get deep, so get ready. My first days of kindergarten school were traumatic, as they are for many of us. However, I eventually warmed up and grew accustomed to the new system of life. It was great from then on, except for one thing: punishments. Specifically, one style of punishment. I do not know how such a punishment was even allowed to be carried out on little kids. It seems that no one ever considered the effect this would have on us. What would happen was this: when a girl would get into trouble, they would roll up the lower part of her dress and tuck it into her underwear. Yes, you heard that right. For boys, they would take off their shorts and put them on their heads. Then you'd be expected to stay like this until the teacher felt you served your time. This happened to me twice. To this day, I remember that feeling of embarrassment, having to be in that state in front of basically the entire school. This experience began a systemic fear of receiving attention from people. If you watched the previous episode, you'd know that primary school years were some of my best years. I attended a school that was once popular, but over time, parents began to withdraw their children due to various reasons. In Standard 1, which is similar to Grade 1, we had 2 streams. By the time we reached Standard 3, it may even have been Standard 2, we were down to 1 class. This meant that most of my friends, whom I had been with since kindergarten, left at some point. This included my best friend at the time, as well as girls I had a thing for. What this ended up doing to me was that I ended up developing an attachment issue. Whenever I got close to someone, they would leave, and I'd never see them again. This happened over and over, and since I was young, I did not understand why people were leaving. At times, I would even blame myself and think that maybe I was doing something that had caused them to leave. As though that wasn't rough enough, when I was 12, someone I really loved and admired, who was very close and dear to me, passed away. That was my sister. For many years, I did not understand the effect this had on my life until about a year ago when I went for therapy, and it all made sense. I still struggle to connect with people to this day because, in the back of my mind, I worry that I'll get attached only for them to leave. When I was in Standard 6 or 7, I was a school prefect. There was one time when we came out of class, I think it was for break or something of the sort, and I found a friend of mine kneeling outside. So I asked him why he was there, and after he told me the reason, I felt it didn't justify the punishment he received. So I jokingly told him to get up and go, because I was a prefect after all. Little did I know the teacher who had put him there was standing behind a classroom door listening in. He opened the door and was mad furious, grabbed me by the shirt and threw me into the classroom. I think it was a Standard 4 class and the kids were still there, seated on their desks. I was told to kneel down in front, and then he came over to me. My friend, I received some serious slaps that day, the kind of slaps that make your face go numb. I remember tears just falling, and then looking at these kids who were just in dismay at what had happened. It was so humiliating. I still had scars from the humiliation I went through in kindergarten, and now this? I can only imagine that many of you have had similar experiences with teachers, and even worse ones. You did not deserve them, and I am sorry for what you went through. One of the reasons I'm not a fan of the regular school system is because the things that happen that parents never even get to find out about are crazy. I fear for my kids. When I was really young, I'm talking lower primary, I accidentally stumbled upon some porn. Growing up, sex was not something that we ever talked about in our household. Nothing even close, not even to talk about the changes that happened during adolescence. So of course, there was no one to talk to about this thing I had just discovered and the feelings that came about from seeing them. I was open to a world I knew nothing about at a time when I shouldn't, and I had to keep it all in so that no one would find out. What that did was open this window of curiosity. I wanted to learn more about what this was and what else was available. And since I had no one to turn to, I went to the one place where we all go to for answers today, the internet. The only thing is that instead of making things better, all that did was create more curiosity, and by the time I was deep into my teens, I was hooked. It's something I struggled with for a long time. Perhaps one day I will discuss that here if it's something that could help someone, especially teenagers who may be going through a similar experience. There have been many other negative experiences that have shaped my life over the years. From bullying in high school, dealing with heartbreaks from girls, depression, and so much more. Like the time I became a man, which is a story for another day. These were just some of the key ones. I'm still working to overcome some of these challenges, and I hope that you too are on your own journey of healing, whether that be through therapy, prayer, or in any other positive way. In part 2, I'll talk about the positive experiences that shaped my life growing up. Please subscribe and stay tuned for the video, which will be uploaded soon. I'm also excited to announce that we now have YouTube membership. This means that you can become a member on our channel and you will get access to exclusive perks. These perks are exclusive only for our members and our biggest fans. They include special videos, which we will be uploading 2 times a month. These are more intimate videos, which only our members will get to hear about. So please feel free to join our membership and support us in creating more and better videos.
If you enjoyed watching, please subscribe to my channel for more videos.